Hello, today is April 6th, 2016. You're here at the, I guess the Hobbit Garden. This is the backyard garden. I wanted to give you a May update, and I'm finally getting around to that for the backyard. So here we go. Let me show you real quick. Can you see that? Look how that purple on the flower there. Can you see that? The potatoes, at least this one potato plant, has flowers on it. I know they say to take off the potato flowers so that the bulbs get larger, and maybe later I'll take those off, but I don't know. I like them. So anyway, so now this is actually potatoes and corn planted in there among it, but it looks like the potatoes have totally, this companion planting for this has not worked out. At least, let's see if there's any corn. I was hoping it might pop up through there. I think that's a collard plant. That's of course, it's been eaten to bits. Look at that. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't see any of the corn. So today's been a pretty warm day, and we'll see how that all comes about. And I still haven't made up this bed, but the garlic is still going well, and we have a couple of volunteer, you see those volunteer sunflowers. So here, let's look here at this bed. You can see how the broccoli is flowering. I need to, you see that? Those yellow flowers, actually they're pretty also. But I need to cut that off and eat it. Eat all that top stuff. So it's not itty bitty broccoli heads. I've had such a struggle to make that grow, but these leaves on this cabbage, I just break them off and eat them on my sandwiches and things. And also I'm doing it with the broccoli leaves too. And the kale, and there's the marigolds. I haven't been eating any of the marigolds. I understand you can eat them, but I've never eaten any of them yet. So this little bed, so what's new in the backyard? Well, I finally got a few of my watermelon planted out. You see those guys? Let's see, the Sugar Baby it says, and what's this one? Allsweet. So those two are Allsweet, and then those two are Sugar Baby. And this, I think this one is called Sun and Moon. This is actually, I think, supposed to be a large watermelon. We'll see how that goes. And look at those tomatoes. I've got the cages, but look at them, they're starting to grow. There's some green tomatoes in there. I just put this cage up today. I just made this cage and put it up, and you can see how that tomato hasn't quite adjusted to the new cage very well, has it? But look at this. Let's see if we can see it. Well, from the other side, I could definitely see a pretty nice tomato. Let me see. There it is. It's not huge. Can you? I don't know if I'm catching that very well. Anyway, there's a tomato growing. And you can see the tomato flowers. So I'm going to have lots of tomatoes here. You can see the onions that I planted in the back. They're going pretty good. I forget what I planted in there, but I planted some other seeds in there. Now here's the other potato bed. This was the later one I planted. It's starting to come up. Now, if this corn doesn't, that's corn. If it doesn't take off pretty quick, the potatoes are going to block out the sun like they did on the upper one. So I sure hope the corn breaks out higher. This is a cherry tomato plant that's, I think, is going to be doing good. Now, I'm going to be planting some other things way in the back, but we won't worry about that today. Again, I haven't planted anything in this bed yet. I think this is going to be asparagus, and you can see I haven't planted anything along the fence right in this area. I think I'm going to put in some more tomato plants, believe it or not, which I can hardly believe it. Anyway, I'm getting all the tomatoes caged up. This one has not been caged yet. And you can see the peas in between the the tomatoes. I remember last year I was really trying to grow potatoes. I was asking for potato faith, you know. Have you guys ever seen that movie, Faith Like Potatoes, about South Africa? Anyway, it's an awesome movie if you haven't seen it. Look at that. Wow. I better leave it alone. So anyway, that was on the ground. I just caged up that tomato plant today. So here we are. Okay, and one last thing. Now, if you guys ever have an old, I seem to get the angle of this all wrong, but if you ever have an old wheelbarrow that's broken, you see that? I put in some landscaping cloth to kind of hold in some mulch, and then I filled in it with mulch. And then this is an herb garden. I saw somebody online saying how they were taking an old wheelbarrow and making it into an herb garden, and I thought that's a good idea. So I got some, I think that's arugula, and got this deal. Actually, that one's looks like it's having trouble. Okay, some parsley. What is that? Basil. That basil seems to be having trouble too. Anyway, the basil. Anyway, and there's some oregano here. You see that? So anyway, it's a little herb garden. I pray that it does good. And actually, that is supposed to be chives. Those looks like grass, but it's chives. So we'll see if this flourishes or not. Okay, that's the back garden update. I can't wait to have the watermelon go up that trellis and be showing that, but I guess it'll be July before we get to see any major watermelons. So, okay. Well, you guys have a great day. I can't remember, was there anything else I was wanting to share? I don't think so. I think that's pretty much it for today. My peach tree, if you guys can see that. I'm not sure if I'll get any peaches. Not sure if I'll get any peaches this year or not, but at least it's still alive. I really cut it back last year. Okay, I think that's it for today. And that's my plum tree. And I cut that one back too. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not an expert on tending trees. In fact, I don't know if I'm an expert in anything. I just kind of struggle along. I'm learning. Okay, love you guys. You have a great, sorry about jiggling so much. You have a great day. Bye-bye.